Hey y'all, Certified Hoarder here. Haven't done this a whole lot lately, and the analytics show me that if you want to keep a channel alive, you really have no choice. You have to be uploading. And what it also shows me is the stuff I have uploaded, which has been more of my original type of content, which is like just random manly work stuff, tree work, dozer work, stuff like that. It doesn't have the market that emotional relationship trauma, I don't know, narcissism crap does. I got this dog sitting in my lap shivering because it's like the first day of fall and she didn't get the memo that it's time to shift gears and acclimate to cold weather. She's an outside dog, so she's gonna have to. I'm sitting out back watching the goats graze, and honestly I swear I don't know what to even talk about because I'm not in any kind of crisis. Like, my life has stabilized. I survived my divorce. It was supposed to be released last Monday, and then I found out yesterday, while on a date with a very good-looking girl, that I popped over to the lawyer's office to grab the the documents, and I found out that the judge had a conference or something to attend, so that there's a backlog, and my divorce didn't get released. So that was kind of surprising. What to even talk about, I don't know. The impetus for the things that I was talking about was that I needed to talk about it. Like, I was hurting, I was aching. Now I'm pretty well healed up. Like, I could get upset. You'll have to excuse the periodically rifle fire because it's hunting season's coming and everybody sights in their bolt actions on the weekend. But yeah, I could get triggered and I could get upset, and mentally I could go back and revisit the past, but I'm over it. Like, I really don't even care anymore. So I've dated a whole lot of girls, a whole lot, to the point I had to actually start writing them down in my calendar. It's crazy. It's crazy to me how fast women would come in and come out of my life. And I'm not talking about sleeping with any of them. That's a sin. I can't do that. It's a huge temptation because some of them are very attractive. But yeah, I don't feel like really even talking about the details of any of those, even though they'd all make a pretty good story. It would probably be embarrassing. It's probably just not classy for me to do that. Hey, you guys, come here. Meh. Too far, come on. Come back this way. Here you come. That's all you need. The jar full of corn. You just shake it. They'll come back to you. Here, I'll give you a treat. There you go. Go lay down, Bella. You're driving me nuts anyway. No more. You're irritating me. You sit down. What to talk about? Women. What's that Jamie Johnson song? Can't live with them, can't live without them. I'm at a loss. And I know that doesn't make good entertainment. It really doesn't. But I told myself that I was gonna, with this recording my own divorce, recording myself through a divorce, that I was going to display all the emotions through the process as an encouragement to other people that there's life on the other side of divorce. Don't think I didn't think about, jumping off a bridge, guys. Come on. 14 years, 2 kids, and I thought I was losing everything. And in a lot of ways I have. My ex-wife's living with another guy. But you know what? Honestly, I like him more than I like her. And I need him to stick around because I'm not taking her back. And if she ain't got him, she'll come running back to me. I don't want that. So now 6 months ago, that was all I wanted in the world, was to have her back. But it's an addiction. So if you're an SLD, that's self-love deficit disorder. If you're the codependent side of a narcissistic relationship, you are physically addicted to your partner who is who's partly abusive and partly loving. And they're generally more nasty, mean, and abusive than they are loving. They breadcrumb you with love. And anytime you get too big for your britches, they bring you down a notch. They devalue you because they can't be in a relationship with somebody that they think is above them. A narcissistic person can only operate in relationship with a person that they believe they are better than, that they are above. It's just part of their childhood trauma. And we are not to hate them for it. We as empathetic people are to remember that that was an innocent kid who endured bad things, and they found a creative way by trial and error to get their needs met. And it's a shame that their needs weren't met. That doesn't mean we can fix them. It doesn't mean we can save them. If you're codependent, you probably got a savior complex. So you start off thinking, well, I know what's wrong with that one. I can just tweak a few screws and tell them a few this and that's and everything will be fine. No, it's not true. Jesus saves. You can lead a person to Jesus, but you ain't Jesus. So, yeah, if you're going through divorce, you're going through heartache, or you're married to somebody, or you're with somebody that you know is just really bad for you, but you can't take the plunge because of the loneliness. Oh my God, the loneliness. You know those couples where they're horrible for each other, but when they break up, they don't last long and they're right back together? Pathological loneliness is the only thing that hurts a codependent more than living with a narcissist. But then when you're living with a narcissist and they're wounding the crap out of you, and you're laying in bed with them and you feel so alone that it's better to sleep by yourself. I mean, the hurt of the relationship is so bad that you go back to the lonely side. Like, hey, it's better to be alone than to be with this person because this is killing me. And then when you get to the loneliness, you say, oh my God, I'll take him back. It wasn't so bad. This loneliness is killing me. So you toggle. The way to heal from this is to realize that the loneliness is kind of in your head and that you'll survive and that it's okay, and that the loneliness doesn't make you hate yourself. It doesn't blame you for everything. It doesn't put you in a box and take you out when it wants to. What else should we talk about? Boundaries. I blocked my mother-in-law. Like that. Problem solved. My mother-in-law is a controlling, hurtful person. A very broken, hurtful person. I feel sorry for her, but I'm not scared of her shit. She uses fear and intimidation tactics to try to control others. And she basically wouldn't allow me to tell my story. You know, her daughter was allowed to write a PR campaign that made me look like a complete villain. But as soon as I said the slightest thing that was insulting to, her pride, she jumped right in my crap real public. And I was like, yeah, okay, delete, click, block, done. Problem solved. I can say anything I want to, lady. You can comment down below if you don't like it, and I'll delete that too. But I have to do that. You ask permission first. I have to respect that she is my children's grandmother, and that does come with some rights as long as the children aren't harmed. And if they are, you cut that person off. You don't allow. I don't care what the genetics test says. If somebody's hurting your kid, you cut them off. There's rules. You are the caretaker and the protector of your children. Providing isn't just about getting them renting out a bouncy house or this roller skating place and putting out fluffy invitations for their birthday. Providing is about providing safety. Providing not just physical safety, but emotional safety. You having the courage to cut off people that are emotionally damaging your children. My kid had a panic attack yesterday at a dance that was bad enough that I got a call from law enforcement, and I got on the phone with her to talk her down. That means some things need to change, and I can be part of that problem too, which means I've got to be on top of myself to make sure that I'm not contributing to her anxiety. But we've got work to do with the anxiety thing. And there's just so much to it. There's just so much to it. 9-minute video. I guess that catches you guys up. I've been going out dancing a lot. I've been taking my son out actually to dance classes and at a distillery, and they allow it. It's not like he's drinking. I mean, he gets I get him pretty coked up at the bar, Coca-Cola. I give him $5, and boy, that kid, Sprites and Cokes one after another. He's got a drinking problem. But one weekend was line dancing, and another was swing dancing. And the truth of the matter is, I love to dance, but I'm not good at either one of those, because the way that people teach beginner dancing is with pattern memorization, especially line dances. There's a line dancing place in this city that's nearest to me that I went to, where all the crazy hot teeny boppers, cowgirls go, and oh my God, they knew these dances, but you have to have a brain for pattern memorization, and I do not. This is the kind of thing where you got to practice to go and like do the steps of this one dance. Like, it's like going to a wedding and being really good at the electric slide, you know. The person who invented the electric slide, they had freedom to just do whatever they want, and here's what it is. Then everybody else has got to study it and try to memorize it and then perfect it to do it. I don't like that. I love to dance, but it's my own. I love to cook too, but I don't have a recipe book. I've cooked probably 50, 60 pots of stew, never made the same one twice. It's always different. I don't know how to do the same dance twice. I don't know how to make the same recipe twice. It's just, I just wing it. Like my life, I just wing it. I'm unscheduled. I don't want to be scheduled. I don't want to know what I'm doing tomorrow. I don't like that. It feels like an encumbrance. It feels like a cell that I've got to live in. You know, to me, a vacation isn't planned out. And if you don't have a schedule for your life is kind of like a vacation. And I love being on vacation at home. Not many people can really deal with that concept. That is a wrestling match psychologically for a lot of people. But yeah, dancing. So ladies love to dance. Men, if you can't dance, I mean, you don't have to be a good dancer, but you ought to try. If you can't dance, don't cry that women don't like you. If you want to go meet girls, you better turn the radio on and strut your stuff in the kitchen until you're ready to go do it elsewhere. What else? Women want to be seen and heard and understood with openness and honesty and truth. They want to see your flaws, your weaknesses, your vulnerabilities. That tough guy, big talking, look at my big fish, look at my big... I guess I should probably quit, because they're not going to stop shooting. But nobody wants a fraud. Nobody wants a fake tough guy. Nobody wants to find out that they're with a coward who talks a big game. Nobody wants that. Everybody wants authentic. They want who you project yourself as, they want that to be who you actually are. That is probably one of the number one things to, I mean, getting girls isn't exactly the phrase that I want to use, but if you find that you just cannot get a partner in life, you're probably not very authentic, and people are probably sniffing you out. And so just try being honest. Try being yourself. You like your inner monologue? Let that sucker out. Yeah, there's people that are going to reject you for it. But if they're going to reject you for being a fake Charles Bronson or Dirty Harry, why not let them reject you for being the real you? So that presents an opportunity for the person who likes the real you to step into that space. I mean, right? If you don't lose you, then what's it matter who else you lose? For me, the only one I can't lose is Jesus. As long as I don't lose Jesus and I don't lose me, even if my kids leave me, they can come back in the future when they get their heads out of their asses, because I've loved them every day of their life. And if you reject somebody that's loved you all of your life, maybe you're the idiot. You know? I was an idiot when I was a kid. I rejected my family. I rejected my parents, and they loved me. But I came back to them. What did the prodigal son do? Same thing. Sometimes we have to have breakups with the people we love the most for all of us to get our heads out of our asses. And I think that's a good point to end up, to cut this off on. Get your head out of your ass, people. Thanks for watching. Appreciate your time. God bless you. Praise the Lord.